Hello guys, I am an ordinary citizen from Wuhan, China. Starting today, I will begin to document my daily life through vlogs. I hope that through my vlog as an ordinary Chinese citizen, I can show you a real China. I hope you will like my video. My daughter is 5.5 years old and attends a kindergarten near our home. Every morning, my wife and I will send her to school together. If the weather is good and she gets up early, sometimes she will choose to ride a bicycle to school. It takes about 35 minutes. My wife and I will run along with her, which is also a good way to exercise. If my daughter doesn't get up that early or doesn't want to ride a bike, then we will drive her to school. We got up a bit late today, so we will drive her to school. In the area where I live, there is a kindergarten in every community. We chose a public kindergarten, which is an educational institution established by the National Education Bureau. There are also private kindergartens, which are established by individuals or enterprises. Compared with public kindergartens, private ones will teach more knowledge in advance, such as recognizing characters, writing, mathematics, English, etc. However, the tuition fee of public kindergartens is generally half or more cheaper than that of private ones. The reason we chose a public kindergarten is that I think a child's childhood should be happy. Learning knowledge can start after entering primary school. Now, children should play more, feel more, run and jump more. A happy childhood is a safe haven for adults. I believe that adults with a happy childhood will have a more resilient and optimistic character. Every morning, there are many parents' cars parked on the road next to the kindergarten. After sending their children, they will leave to go to work. Kindergartens generally allow children to arrive between 7:40 and 8:30 in the morning. Children who arrive early will be organized by the teachers to do outdoor sports and morning exercises. If the weather is cold or rainy, they will be organized to do activities indoors. At 8:20, the children can be organized to have breakfast. After my wife and I send our child to school, we will have breakfast at a breakfast shop nearby. The breakfast in Wuhan's breakfast shops is particularly rich, with more than 40 kinds of food, such as various noodles, buns, steamed dumplings, fried dough sticks, porridge, and bean skin. If this video gets a lot of likes, I can make a special video about Wuhan's breakfast in the next episode. Since there are many breakfast shops around the community, we basically don't make breakfast at home. On weekends, we sometimes make breakfast at home. After having breakfast, since I am a freelancer, I usually send my wife to work. Her workplace is not far from our home. Since she is learning to drive now, I will let her drive to work by herself. And I will go around by electric scooter or bicycle. After returning home, I start to air dry the clothes that were washed by the washing machine in the morning. Ordinary Chinese citizens live in communities as units. The construction style of each community may be different, but they are basically high-rise buildings. People who live in villas are generally wealthier. It is now popular to close the balconies of high-rise buildings, not to make them open. This can make the space in the home seem larger and reduce the amount of dust in the home. After drying the clothes, I continue to mop the floor with an all-in-one washing and mopping machine. I also have a manual mop. Generally, I will first use the electric one to mop once, and then use the manual mop to mop the areas that cannot be reached by the electric mop. After mopping the floor, I drink some water and take a break. In China, most ordinary families do not have direct drinking water. We need to purchase water filtration appliances to improve the water quality. An increasing number of ordinary people in China have begun to pay more attention to drinking water health. After lunch, I plan to play basketball for a while at the park near my home with my wife to exercise. In China, every residential community has property management staff, arranged by the property company to manage the community environment. For example, security guards manage strangers entering the community. Ensure the personal safety of residents. Manage cats and dogs in the community. Take care of the greenery, building hygiene. Public area lighting, community electricity and water supply, and maintenance of public facilities. And residents are required to pay different prices accordingly. Different communities have different service levels provided by their property companies. Generally, the property fee is calculated based on the area of the house. Let's go on my beloved little electric scooter. I have arrived at the park. The park is about 3.4 kilometers away from my home. And it's very close to my child's kindergarten. My wife and I have made a plan to meet there at noon. We'll play basketball together for a while, and then go for a run to exercise it. It's time to start exercising and shed the extra weight we've gained over the winter. The park was established by the government, and it is also managed by government agency personnel. It provides a great place for residents of several nearby communities to relax, have fun, and exercise. Over the past few years, the government has built many similar parks near large residential areas. Even in the city center, there are numerous parks. And many pocket parks with playground equipment have been built for children, with basically one park equipped for each community. This has greatly enhanced the sense of happiness in people's lives. After playing for a while, my wife drive over and play with me. Then I will run with her. My wife is not good at playing basketball. We are just for fun and engage in physical exercise. After playing basketball, we started running. It is the season when cherry blossoms bloom every year. Cherry blossom trees are planted in every corner of Wuhan. Every March, when the cherry blossoms bloom, the park is particularly beautiful. On weekends, the park is filled with adults, children, and pets playing around. People are engaged in activities they enjoy. Some people are playing badminton, while others are playing basketball, and some are walking their dogs. On the lawn, there are families camping. The children and their friends are engaged in various games. Some are playing with balloons. Some are flying kites, some are playing with model airplanes, and some are kicking a ball. The adults sit together, eating and chatting. The adults usually prepare food and drinks in advance. However, even if you forget to prepare, you can always order takeout. As we all know, takeout in China is truly amazing. After placing an order on your phone, the delivery person will usually bring the items to you within 30 minutes. In another corner of the park, there are many children by the water's edge using dip nets to catch fish. Some people are roller skating. Some people are riding bicycles, and these two kids also have their own means of transportation. There are also many mobile vendors there, selling snacks and toys. The kindergarten is about to let out. I rode my bike over from the park to pick up my daughter. I parked my electric bike in the carport specifically designed for electric bikes. Every residential community has several such sheds for everyone to charge their electric bikes. When the weather is fine, electric bikes are the main means of transportation for us. The carport is equipped with sockets specifically for charging electric bikes. Charging is subject to a fee for about 5 yuan's worth of electricity. The electric bike can run for 3 days, which is sufficient to meet my travel needs in the vicinity. It is almost 4:20, and the grandparents, great-grandparents, or parents of the children have arrived one after another. Since most parents have to work, children are generally taken care of by the elderly. In families with children, parents also live with grandparents or great-grandparents, who help take care of the family's daily life, including cooking, washing clothes, buying groceries, and playing with children. The elderly in China will try their best to help young people share the pressure of life. There is an old saying in China that having 2 old people in the family is like having 2 treasures. To pick up a child from the kindergarten, parents need to follow the order of the class, from the youngest to the oldest, and then arrange for pickup. Parents picking up their children need to bring the access card issued by the school. Queue up to swipe the card to enter the kindergarten to pick up their children. A card is also needed to enter the school, and there are also cameras to record who picks up the children to prevent bad people from kidnapping children. Of course, the school also has school buses for pickup and drop off. If parents have a need, they can apply to the school. But parents still need to pick up and drop off their children. After I pick up my daughter, I take her to the electric vehicle shed to get her bicycle. If she rides a bike to school, she will lock her bike in the electric vehicle shed and ride it home after school. Today, after school, we will ride to my grandparents' house for dinner. Today is Grandma's birthday, and we are going to buy her a birthday cake. When I used to work in a company, I lived with my parents, and they helped us take care of the child. Later, after I became a freelancer, I started to take care of the child independently with my wife, and let my parents have their own time to do what they like. I also invited my grandparents to live in my new house, but they refused. They still want to have their own space. We go to my grandparents' house to have meals a few times a week, and we go out to play together on weekends. The bakery is usually crowded after school gets out. When we arrive at the old community where my grandparents live, we find that new houses are being built nearby. In less than a week, the framework is built. The speed of China's infrastructure construction is really fast. A new building can be completed without your notice. Every time my daughter comes here, she likes to play with the cats and dogs on the first floor for a while. The residents on the first floor really love small animals. They have taken in many stray cats and dogs and take care of them. There is an old Chinese saying called the affection between grandparents and grandchildren. I feel like my parents like my daughter more than me. Every time she comes over, my grandparents are extremely happy. They listen attentively to what my daughter has to say, and the smiles on their faces just can't stop. After having dinner and returning home, we will still do some exercise. If you guys like my video, please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.